Hello, everybody. It's Dispeller. I'm rather upset right now because of something that occurred in a chat room, which has "and friends" attached to the title. It should be called "blank and a few friends" or "few friends," because I didn't find very many friends in there. To the extent that my husband is now leaving YouTube, and he's already deleting his channel, which he started doing the other day, but he won't be back. He will not be, you won't see him, you won't hear from him, so therefore you won't be triggered if you had a bad past. He told me not to talk about this, but I really don't care since he's not coming back anyway. It doesn't really matter. All I can say is rehabilitation is exactly what it sounds like. Rehabilitation, making people able to be rehabilitated and changed and be valuable members of society. He had every right to not only be on here, but to marry, to live a fruitful life. He did his time. He paid his price. He got the help he needed. So tell me, y'all, when is it? And this is not what the whole channel is going to be about. I'm going to be reading my book in a minute. But you tell me, why do you have a system set up in your world, your worldly world, because I'm in the world, but not of it, as I've always said. Why do you set up a system to rehabilitate criminals if you don't believe they're ever going to come out of jail and prison as new people? Why bother? Why have placement centers if you don't think that little boys and little girls that go into placement can be changed and healed and grow from their experiences and be better people? What's the point in it? Why does society bother to jail criminals? Yeah, I know some of them are jailed or imprisoned to keep them out of society. I get that. But you do realize that eventually a lot of people are released from those places and in hopes that they will be better people. Well, in this case, there was a little boy released as a man who came out as a better person eventually and met me, who helped him continue on his journey to be a better person. What you've done to my husband has been absolutely cruel. What you've done to me is cruel too, but he's a lot more vulnerable than I am because he's had to live his whole life with labels and cruelty. And he came here hoping to find comfort in my chat room and other places. And all he got was stomped on, kicked, beaten down, punched by someone that's a known white supremacist racist who's out and out evil, loves to use word salad and manipulations to be cruel to people and interrogate them and abuse them, loves to help somebody else make videos against people. None of y'all intimidate me. Richard, Michelle, Lisa, everything that you are and were, you're nobody to me now. You're really not. You're just a liar. And I keep calling you out on your lies, and you just keep trying to back them up, and you never can. You never can erase what you've become or what you were with me. You might erase it and dupe other people into thinking you're okay, but you're not. You're far from okay. And you've been hurting people over the years for a long time. I never called you out on your cancer scamming, ever. I stood by you through that. I was one of the only that stood by you, as I recall. There were a couple other people, but most of the people had turned against you. But you see no shame and no problem smearing me all over the place, talking about putting a cat in a microwave and then saying you didn't, but I've actually heard you say it now. I've actually heard the videos 3 times, and that was your voice. Only you sound like you, except when I impersonate you. I guess some people say I sound like you. But you can try to backpedal. You can do whatever you want to do to weasel your way out of guilt or shame or responsibility. God sees all. Just like that name of that person that comes in there, he sees all. He does. And he knows the truth about who you are, and he knows the truth about who I am. And really, nobody on here really knows the truth of either of those things. They know what we say to them. They know what we show them. The only one that really knows me or you is him. That's the truth of the matter. I can tell you I am who I am, but it's up to you to believe it or not. People who know my character seem to be pretty okay with it for the most part. There's things that have happened in the past which always rooted back to you, Pandora. I lost my friends because of you. Not just because I went back to you, but you were in the background weaseling your little slimy snake-like manipulations in people's ears the whole time. I'm not stupid. I knew you were behind that. I study narcissists, so I know what you are and what you're about. But you don't intimidate me, and you're not going to destroy my life, and you're not going to weasel your way into making me feel bad about me, because I don't. I like who I am. And I've had this channel longer than I've known you. And until God or YouTube remove me, as I've said before, I'm staying. So you're just going to have to deal with me. Anyway, I'm going to read about this now. Now that you've successfully succeeded in chasing my husband off of YouTube, and he will never be back, his words, not mine. I don't blame him. Why go in a place where you think you're among friends only to have jagged stones at you every time you try to speak up? He was in the middle of apologizing for something. And Richard, you're nasty. You're vile, and you're nasty, and you're despicable. And the Lord Yahweh Yeshua rebuke you and everything you stand for. And you too, Michelle, Lisa, who has 50 zillion names because you don't even like who you are. And you have to be somebody different every time and open up a different room every time and be somebody that people fawn over and embrace and feel sorry for and evoke all kinds of emotions in them. You're despicable too. I'm not saying you can't be redeemed, because anybody can be redeemed, but you don't want to be, because it's too much fun and enjoyable to hurt other people and watch them wreath in pain and suffering. But yet when you're hurting, everybody's supposed to come to your side and feel sorry for poor Pandora. No, not going to happen here anyways. Exactly, Angie B. He was a child. He was a molested, traumatized child with PTSD and autism, which we didn't find out till 2 years ago. Anyway, I don't want to talk about him. He asked me not to talk about him, so I've already blown that. But I'm very upset. He is my husband, and for better or for worse, we're together. Now, if he decides to end that, that's on him, but I'm not choosing to end it because he's my husband, and I like fighting through things and working things out, and he's very enjoyable, and he's a wonderful person. Anyway, I'm glad he has family that loves him and gets excited to see him, and my family treat him pretty good too. So at least he has that if he decides to stay. So here we go. Self-regard, day 5. A jail we make for ourselves out of golden threads is still a jail. If you couldn't trust yourself to be yourself with someone else, the real you wasn't there to be appreciated. And that means you couldn't be loved for yourself, nor find the freedom to express and enable all that you could be. While sacrifice can be a component of healthy relationship, it shouldn't hobble your soul. You can give your deepest love without having to sacrifice your identity. The life-denying compromises people make for a lover can literally be deadly. Why do we do this? Because we're lonely, or because we falsely conclude that our options are limited. Yet, have you ever had times with your ex when you'd wake up in the middle of the night and feel so alone and not know what to do about it? Did you conclude that you couldn't talk to your ex about the feeling, or that talk wouldn't help? If so, you may have been spending an awful lot of time with someone while basically being quite alone. Mating is idealized as something much prettier. Strangers' eyes meet and cause hearts to beat faster. A lover knows the other is the right one for me. But too often, eyes may meet, hearts may pound, but it doesn't add up to love. How many times have you heard friends describe a new prospect by the size of his bank account or her supermodel looks? And then there's the issue of choice. So many prospects to choose from. Have you ever been paralyzed by too many choices? Perhaps they're better described as temptations. Many people are. If you look to business for rational systems for making choices, you may discover a compelling model. For example, when one vendor is chosen over a competitor, the selection process is based on systematically weighted criteria that make it possible for a logical choice to be made. Contrast that process to relationship formation, where romantic tradition has dictated that choices must be powered almost solely by emotional engines. fueled by everything from odors to hand size. But there's a newer, more rational process that's growing in popularity, and its methods are more like the decision-making systems used in business. This pragmatic method for matching prospective lovers is evident in many computer-automated dating services and their websites. This approach enables prospects to match with others based on a large number of specific criteria. Its users maintain that the method works if both parties are honest about themselves. By the way, my husband was honest about himself when I first didn't even know him yet. On the phone chat line, he told me what he had done. And he said, I don't blame you if you don't want anything to do with me, but all I want is a best friend. So I met him and things unfolded and I found all about what happened. I talked to his family about it and his friends about it. They told me the utter truth. I looked it up. I did the research. I did a background check on my husband before I ever met him in person. Had he been a current person doing what he was alleged to do, I would have never even returned his call. Never. Now, let's suppose you and your ex placed themselves in the computer dating service model. Would you have had enough factors in common to inspire introductions? Would you have had enough complementary differences to be seen as a balanced pairing? In business, when a bad choice is made, those involved can analyze their mistakes in hope of redirecting their future efforts more productively. You must do the same thing after a relationship fails. You must honestly understand why it didn't work. Discovering that truth can be painful, but ultimately it's liberating. Once embraced, the truth fosters forgiveness and release from the past. You and your ex were unable to hold up your ends of the relationship, so it dissolved. Unlike business, nobody got fired. You are now free to become who you truly are. And the more clearly you can manifest that, the more serenity you'll bring to life. Let's talk about this real quick. My past relationship, the recent one, not my husband, the other person. Honestly understand why it didn't work. Here's the simple fact of the reason it didn't work. Unless two are gathered together, unless two agree, can they walk together? No. We didn't agree in our belief system at all. We didn't agree that it's okay to do something back to somebody just because they did it to you first. And that was always the excuse. Why did you do that? Well, they did it to me first. Okay, that's great for a 4 to 12-year-old maybe to say that, not a grown adult. I'm not doing this to anybody because they did it to me first. I'm doing this because I'm going through this right now, healing a broken heart, healing a relationship, and apparently I might be healing my broken heart from a divorce if my husband decides to follow through with that. But all of y'all will be happy, not you guys in here necessarily, but all of them out there in that other room, and few friends, very few friends room. Yeah, they'll be thrilled about it. Well, good. That's one less blankety blank on here that we have to look at or deal with or be triggered by, except he's not that. So, yeah, I might have to heal from that too. But right now I'm talking about the online situation, taking honest stock in why it didn't work. It didn't work because after several years of going through it, I finally woke up and said, no more. No, I'm not going to be part of you slandering other people. I'm not going to sit in your chat room while you talk vile and disgusting, perverted stuff with somebody that's a racist. I'm not going to do that. And go ahead and make your videos, whoever, because you're going to anyway. I'm not going to stop you. But I'm not going to watch them either. I'm not going to find out what you're saying about me. So you go ahead and do what you do. Let other people find it out. And then they can come in here and find out who I am and decide if what you're saying is all a bunch of lies and contortions and distortions of who I really am. They can figure that out for themselves. Anyway, the reason why it ended too was because I really do my best with everything in me to try to live what I say I believe. I always have. And do I slip up sometimes? Oh, yeah, I make some dumb choices, like hooking up with that person was like a really dumb choice. And staying with them and then going back to them several hundred times was the stupidest choice I've ever made in my life, that I pray to Yahweh above that I never make that decision again. And as far as I'm concerned, I have absolutely no inclination of doing that this time. Lesson learned painfully and over 3 years of my life. That's my whole life. 3 years of it gone, wasted with somebody I thought was a true friend, and now is just plain flat out evil and showing more evil every day of their lives. Anyway, so yeah, that's why it ended, because I can't be joined to evil. Okay, why did your relationship end? As we've said, people in unhealthy relationships often lose their sense of self. Yeah, I became like that person, and I hated myself for it. All relationships entail sacrifices, but did you keep your head so low that you gave up your identity just to keep the peace? Yep, somewhat. Did your losses include friends you loved, but your ex couldn't stand? Yeah, she does tend to turn people against people. It is what she does. She's always there working, conniving behind the scenes, planting little seeds of dissension between people so she can get you away from them or get them away from you. And then she projects and says, well, you have to have me all to yourself. Never wanted you all to myself. Just thought I had found a true friend, somebody that was really trying to do better. But instead, you destroyed my friendships and planted lies in other people's ears so that they deserted me. And then you went on your merry way and deserted me too. So whatever. Did your losses include friends you loved, but your ex couldn't stand, the way you liked to wear your hair, a hobby you enjoyed? Let's see, where am I? Or even a quirky little habit that always brought out the wrath of your former lover. And we're not talking about only lovers here. We're talking about friends too. They just call it lovers because that's what the book is about, I guess, mainly. Basically, so the way I wear my hair, I have had my hair criticized. I have had my hobbies criticized. I've definitely had my habits criticized, my belly dancing, my singing voice, my cooking, my cats, my home, my husband, my marriage, my interaction with other people. Nothing was off limits to Pandora. Nothing ever is. It's her objects she can manipulate around on her chessboard to use and present however she wants, so you look bad and she comes out like the rescuer hero, wonderful one. The only difference, though, Pandora, is I really genuinely am a good person, and you have to work at trying to convince people that you are. You don't have to be that way. Maybe someday you will get help. I don't know that there is help for you, but maybe someday you'll get some help and be a better person. I pray so, because the fun, happy part of you, the part that's jokey and goofy, is actually quite an enjoyable person. That's what kept bringing me back. Kept thinking, well, gee, she's just being happy right now. I don't hear her being angry and ugly towards me. So I guess it's safe to return. Boy, was I a fool. Okay. Now do you see you could have fixed things just by adjusting your rational manner of making romantic choices? Well, the one thing you lose, well, thanks for letting me know, Iggy. The one thing you lose in life when you hook up with a narcissistic abuser is you lose your ability to be objective. You look at things through emotions and pain. You lose the ability to realize that you really are a good person and know it's not you that's the evil one. It's actually the narcissist. And that what they're doing to you was not deserved by you ever. You didn't ever do anything to make somebody smear you, interrogate you, punish you. You just didn't. So objectively looking back at the narcissists in my life, I can take myself outside and look in and say that was them, not me. That's you who mistreats people. That's you that treats people like garbage. That's you that smears people. That's you that's the evil one, not me. There's no need to analyze every nuance of your failed relationship to see the light. It's enough to get a general idea of why you were incompatible and then let it go. An unhealthy relationship is restriction, constriction, and suffocation. A healthy relationship is an expansion, an adventure of selves collaborating in their personal enhancements. Elderly couples who've been happily married for ages can still stimulate each other spiritually and grow. Without the freedom to be real, a part of you will remain stunted, confined, and unable to grow. Ain't that the truth? So honestly, a phone conversation with somebody that's a narcissist pretty much goes like this. You are talking, sharing, you're giving everything of yourself into the relationship. You're trying to tell them what's going on in your life. And they're over here texting somebody going, oh, yeah, no, I'm listening. No, you're not. You never were. You were only listening enough to get the fodder and the little roots so you could dig your little heels in and plant seeds of discouragement against me and other people. That's when you started listening. You weren't caring about what I was going through in my life. You weren't interested in it unless you could use it and abuse me with it. That's how that works. The intent of this day is to explore those buried pieces of yourself so you can bring them out and celebrate them. Oh, by the way, I wanted to let you guys know. Figures, Iggy. I understand. I just want to let everybody know. Where was I going with this? I'm sorry. This is really an important point, too. Well, it'll come to me if it's meant to. Anyway, we'll continue going. The intent of this day is to explore those buried pieces of yourself so you can bring them out and celebrate them. This is who you truly are. And in resurrecting these forgotten parts of yourself, you reduce your chances of being hurt again in the future. The more of your own inner truth you can make available to the world, the more you'll attract people who will appreciate you for exactly who you are. Acceptance from others who truly matter begins with self-acceptance. No more apologizing for being who you are. No more hiding. Sometimes we exit a relationship in great despair initially, and then we begin to remember that we had a life before we ever knew our ex. It's a process of rediscovery to get ourselves back on a good track once again. Here's a simple exercise. Think of 2 or 3 things that your ex did or didn't do that made you feel bad about yourself. Reclaim these missing pieces of you and vow to never again let them be buried. Do these things as much as you can for the next 30 days. Add to this list as you see fit. Let's talk about that. 2 or 3 things that your ex did or didn't do that made you feel bad about yourself. Well, actually, nobody made me feel bad about myself because I don't feel bad about myself. But 2 things that the ex did to try to make me feel bad about myself was criticize my weight. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the recent videos that have gone up. What else have they tried to do to try to make me feel bad about myself? Called me a liar. Yeah, that's the one thing. And I don't feel bad about myself because I didn't lie. And actually, I've talked to the people that were addressed on the private text messages that were released, and we're good. We don't have issues between us. They know that everybody at times confides in people and says negative things about other people and things. We get that about each other. At least I think we did. Last time we talked, we did. So there's no issue between us. But that was one attempt to make me try to feel bad about myself. And the fact of who I married, that's supposed to make me feel bad about myself too. But I don't feel bad about myself because I married him for a reason. I dated him for a reason. I believed in him. And unlike you, Pandora, he actually proved that he was a good person. Every time I've hooked up with you thinking you were a good person and wanted to change, you've just gotten eviler and eviler. More and more evil. You've gone to lengths that I've never seen anybody go to, ever. I mean, that is just unreal. Some of the stuff you say, the vile, disgusting, perverted, filthy stuff you say. See, I know that you say you go to a church, and I don't know for sure if the church you told me you go to is your church. I've considered confronting them and letting them know what you do online, but I thought, no, because you just twist that around and turn it against me, because that's what you do. You're so good at it. I got to say, congratulations. You're really good at being evil. You're expert at being evil, of doing everything that Satan just, I'm sure, is down there in hell, if he's in hell. Actually, he's not. He roams about the earth like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. He's not even in hell. But I'm sure he's enjoying every moment of your perversion, your filth, your vile, nasty things that you've said. I have never, ever said anything close to what you have said about me, to people that support me. Just vile and disgusting filth. Absolutely. I have not taken things you've said out of context intentionally to make you look bad. I don't have to make you look bad. You do enough of that on your own, and you just keep on doing it better and better as time goes on. I'm really feeling sorry for your next victim, because it won't be me. It's not going to be my friends, because thankfully they're in my room hearing the truth, and they will avoid you at all costs if they're smart. No, she didn't put one in there. She said I may as well put one in there. It's on her video. If you want to go see it, it's on Pandora's Box of Bullies. And I also have the original live stream that she did where she said that. I can give you the links to that too. I don't make it a habit of mine to smear people or post links, so I haven't posted them, but I do have them. That was one of those lies. I never said that. That wasn't me. Most people that I've talked to that have met her or known her or been encountered with her said they would not put it past her to be a very evil person in real life, to actually go real life on somebody and harm them. Yeah, that's because that's what she said. That's why they did that. No, I know what you mean. I looked at that and said, oh my God, who would even... It probably was a situation where somebody left their microwave open and the cat climbed in, because my goofy cats would probably do that. But that's not the way she put it. She was putting down the fact that my cats run across the countertop when I'm cooking. And sometimes I get cat hair in my mouth because I have like 5 cats, and cat hair flies around when you have cats. It's just how it is. Oh, I know, Evelyn. I know. I'm reading your number 1, 2, 3. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And I'm no longer going to be silent, because she's not silent. And I'm going to tell my truth every chance I get until the kingdom come, if I have to, if I want to, if I choose to. Somewhere I have a poster that I made for myself to never go back anywhere near her in any type of relationship with her. And if I can find that poster, I am going to show it and share it eventually, so y'all will know why you're not seeing me go back to her, and why I will never make that dumb mistake again for my life. Okay, let's go on with the tip. This is a little bit lengthy, this next part, but y'all can keep on chatting in the chat, and we will talk in a minute about this, and maybe I'll try to find that poster to show you. Oh, I let my cats go where they want. My cats are free spirits. Okay, body support. There's no better way to deal with your frustrations and pain than getting some safe but stimulating physical exercise. If you haven't regularly worked out before, begin your recovery program with a new commitment to a regular exercise regimen. You can be well on your way to getting in shape by the time your first month is over. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that for sure. I already started. Oh, that's true, Iggy Rock. Why should you bother? Because fitness will increase your ability to deal with stress, make you more alert and emotionally at ease, serve as an outlet for your frustrations, let you sleep more soundly, and help restore your natural sense of confidence and peace with the world. In short, it will protect your health and improve your well-being. By the way, I will be doing more belly dancing videos, because I'm not going to hide myself. I am not going to be embarrassed of who I am. And I love belly dancing. It's a great fitness tool, and it's fun. So there you go. How do you attain such a wonderful state? You know the answer. You work, grunt, and puff work. Also, you need to start eating right to get your weight into a range that'll make you even more attractive to your next great love when the time is right. I'll do it for myself. I am not looking for the next great love. See our tips on diet, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Our first fitness recommendation is to see a doctor for counsel if you're over 35 and haven't been in shape for a while. Even if you're under 35 but have health risk conditions, ask your doctor to help you restore your fitness. Ask for whatever tests he or she feels may help you to work out a safe but progressive exercise plan. The following guidelines may help you design your plan. The President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports originally developed them. Total fitness calls for work on 4 different areas of your physical capabilities. You want to increase your cardiovascular fitness, the strength of your muscles, your endurance, and your flexibility. To get where you need to be, you'll need to plan for three to 4 workouts a week, ideally 1 session every other day, noon, or night, whatever suits your schedule and pleases you most. The length of those workouts will vary with your age, fitness level, and ultimate goals. Fortunately, attaining simple health goals requires shorter workouts than does getting the body of Adonis or Aphrodite. What's interesting to me, too, is when I did my poll about what y'all wanted to hear about, you wanted to hear about other creators. That was the one thing that scored the highest. So I'm definitely going to be talking about other creators as far as if I know of one that you need to steer clear of and it pops up in my crosshairs or whatever you want to call it, I will let you know about it. I will warn you if I see something that just isn't copacetic and is dangerous to you and toxic. I've always warned about toxicity in relationships. I've always warned people, this person is dangerous. They are toxic to your health. Stay away. And then I was the hypocrite that kept going back to them. So I try, though. I really try not to go and do the same dumb stuff I've always done. Okay, my husband has not returned. I don't know where he is. I'm hoping he's okay. But when I prayed, God said, leave him be. Let me talk to him. Let him talk to me. Stay out of it. So I'm staying out of it. Okay. The average person simply pursuing good health should begin each workout with 5 to 10 minute warm-up. Include stretches to promote flexibility. Every workout should include a 20-minute oxygen-burning aerobic exercise, brisk walking, swimming, jogging, cycling, rowing, cross-country skiing, skipping rope, or fast competitive games like handball or tennis. For your cardiovascular system, then a 30-minute workout with weights for development of all muscle groups and calisthenics for endurance should complete your workout. Then cool down for a few minutes with walking and stretches. To play it safe, make sure your cardiovascular workout doesn't exceed your abilities, especially at first. Use your heart rate as a guide to your limits. That means you must wear a watch or watch a clock while you work out. To get fit, you must keep your heart rate elevated but in a safe range for your age. There are several ways of calculating the heart rate you should maintain while you exercise. And they're just going to tell you how to calculate your heart rate. You can figure that out on your own. Exercise will also help you bring your weight into a healthier balance between fatty tissue and muscle mass. Just chewing gum all the time can help you lose 10 pounds a year, provided it's sugar-free. Hey, Hazel. Even a moderate half-hour workout 3 times a week will burn off another 10 pounds, and a vigorous workout will reset your body's metabolic rate to burn more calories for more than just the time you're exercising. Weather plays a role in your workouts as well. Remember to dress more lightly for outdoor exercise than you would if you were going out to relax. And it's not a good idea to work out in hot and humid weather or on a full stomach, no matter what your age or condition. Okay, we've told you what's best for you, but you're one of those people who won't face up to the need to reform your couch potato ways. At least try to change the way you live to include a little more action than before. Do things like climbing a few flights of stairs instead of taking the escalator. Plan on longer walks from your bus or parked car. Take a walk instead of, or at least in addition to, your midday snacks. Carry your own baggage and so forth. Any change that puts you more into motion is better than nothing at all. So there you go. That was day 5. Next time we'll be talking about introspection, looking within. So while I'm talking to you, I'm going to move this computer around and I'm going to see if I can find that poster I told you about so I can share with you how I am avoiding hooking back up with you know who. I don't even like saying her name anymore. It leaves a very bad taste in my mouth and makes me feel really sad and angry all at the same time. Lots and lots of feelings there that just don't go away. Seriously. And you guys can talk about whatever. I'm still looking for the poster, and as soon as I find it, I will let you know. If I don't find it, I may have to make another one, I guess. I don't know. Hi, man. What you doing laying on the floor, silly man? Love these cats. My little Bobo and Maverick are my therapy animals. They are like so super helpful for just calming me and relaxing me and helping me rest and recover and heal from stuff that's gone on and going on. Do you happen to know where my poster is that I made by chance?
No.
The Pandora poster?
No.
Oh, okay. I might have to wait and do it on a different live stream. Bummer. It was a good one, though. Very good to help me, whoops, not run into that again. Okay, hang on, guys. I'm going to move some things here. I want to see if I can locate it. I hope it didn't get thrown out. I'll definitely have to make another one if it did. Hi guys, what are you doing? Climbing on that kitty food. You want some kitty food? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Hang on, babies. Hang on. You don't need it, Ted. You're not supposed to be eating that hard food anyway. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to take you around and around the house while I look for this. Where's it at? Right here?
Somewhere over there. The crack one.
Here. Still looking, guys. Still looking. There's papers. We moved the house around so much I can't find anything I want. Oh well. I will find it eventually. And when I do, I will be sharing it. I was kind of holding off for a while, but I think the time has come that I'm ready to share it. I just got to find it so I can.
Are you almost done?
No, why?
Can I talk to you outside for a second?
Yeah. Okay, guys, hang on. I need to go talk. Actually, I'm going to end this live for now. Oh, wait, Gravy K's in here. Hold on a second, honey. Okay. Oh, that's okay. You can yell all you want in here, Gravy K. You are welcome to yell. I feel like doing some yelling myself. And actually, Richard can't come in unless he changes his name because he's blocked in here. So is Pandora. So are all of the other flying monkeys in that room. They are all blocked, so they won't be able to respond to you. You probably need to approach him directly in his room, I guess. But I will be right back. You guys can talk amongst yourselves if you want. I gotta go talk to somebody else here. You want to go outside and talk? I think so. I don't think they're lying. I would like help finding that poster today, though, please, if you can. You can help me find and locate it. Imagine it's cold on the I'll be back, guys.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I might want to go close that window. All right, I'll see you later.
Okay, I'm back. Wow, 22 people still in here. Interesting. So, yeah. Let's see here. So Gravy's the last person that talked. Got it. Yeah, I think people that condemn people that have already been redeemed and rehabilitated just want to puff themselves up to be able to say, well, I didn't do anything that bad. At least I'm not that. To that, I say pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. So be careful. There's a verse in the Bible where the guy says, I thank God I'm not like that person over there. Take heed lest you fall. That's all I can say. Your time may come if you keep on condemning other people. I believe whom the sun sets free is free indeed. And I either believe the Bible is a lie or the truth, and I believe it's the truth, and I'm going to stand on that truth, always. And that was the one thing that Pandora hated about me, was that I held her accountable to the scriptures, even the basic scriptures. Love the Lord God with your whole heart, soul, mind, being, and strength. And every Christian church teaches that. So what does that look like? Love the Lord your God with your whole strength, your whole heart, mind, strength, everything in you. Love God. And if you love God, you're going to hate the sin that put his son on the cross. You're going to despise the evil that put him there. And you're not going to like people that treat people like garbage for no reason. And you're not going to like cats in the cupboard with the cheese puffs. You guys, what are you doing in there? That is not a night-night place for you, silly man. What are you doing? You guys are goofy. Seriously. Okay. Anyway. Is anybody still here, or am I just kind of talking to myself? I can go if you guys got other stuff to do. I understand. And I am going to find that poster sometime today. Actually, I think I sent a copy of that to somebody on the phone. So whoever I sent that to on the phone, will you guys mail it back to me? Email it back to me, please. Whoever that was that I sent it to. I would appreciate it. Okay, well, nobody's talking, so I'm guessing everybody's done discussing whatever. And I don't want to really talk to myself today because I'm already feeling alone and lonely in all this anyway. My poor husband is falling apart. No matter what you think of him, he's a human being and he has feelings. And you've just pretty much tromped all over them. I mean, if I was him, what I would be feeling right now is, why did I bother going through placement and rehab when I was 12 if this is what was going to happen when I was finally deemed as innocent? Why did I bother? Why bother rehabilitating somebody if you're not going to see them as rehabbed once they come out? Now, if they come out and they still do stuff, that's different. But somebody that came out of rehab and has never done anything wrong again like that, and you're still condemning them, then you're the one with the problem, not the person that had the original issue and got help for it. Because when in your minds is somebody helped? When is somebody rehabbed? When do we trust somebody again? When do we give them another chance? And if they take that chance and they don't blow it, then why do you have a right to sit and say, nope, you're still guilty of that? You don't have a right. That's the answer to that question. You don't. Even the law that would condemn him does not condemn him for that. So you who judge unrighteously, you all know I believe in judging. People are like, judge not lest you be judged, and usually they quote that, judge not lest you be judged, and that's not even a word, not in that context. Judge not lest you be judged means you don't have a right to condemn somebody to hell. You don't have a right to say they're gonna go here, go there when they die, or anything like that. You don't have a right to unjustly judge somebody. But you do have a responsibility, if you follow the Bible, to rebuke a brother in sin, to cast out the dissension bringer, and many other things that I could quote. So yes, you should judge. Judge for yourself. Test the spirits. There's plenty of stuff in the Bible that tells you to judge. So quit taking that verse out of context, please, or at least don't bring it to me, because I'll shoot it down. Every time I will shoot it down and say, no, that's not what that means. But now, condemning an innocent man who is deemed innocent by the law, you sit as unjust, unrighteous judges. So now you answer to him, not to me, not to the person you're judging, but to God, Yahweh, the one that is the just judge, who says to judge with a righteous judgment. There's no righteousness in what you did to my husband. There never will be. You kicked him when he was finally climbing back up to feel like he was worthy of God's love and people's love. You just kicked him right down again. And now he's at the lowest of lows. And that's just how it is. So congratulations. If you wanted to victimize somebody, you did a really excellent job today of that. Anyhow, that's all I have to say on that issue. And nobody's talking, so I'm going to just go. Looks like somebody else is live. I'm going to go check out their live stream. I'm going to go find that poster, or I'm going to see if somebody can send it to me on my phone or in email, actually, because I don't have a phone right now either. And that's frustrating the heck out of me, because nobody can reach me. They have to come on Facebook or YouTube to reach me. So thanks everybody for listening to the book and for contributing in text. Since nobody's talking, I'm going to head off. You guys have a great day. Be blessed. Shalom.